Let me tweet the link.
For all of my P's, get your money, get respect and succeed. Just keeping my pace. Switching lanes on the turnpike, I'm just vibing the maze. Bad vibes inside of me,
start giving me face. Champagne out the case, gotta get it, can't wait.
Couple things can't erase. Shit is a lot on my plate. Learning from all my mistakes.
Go ahead, please. I almost don't want to erase that.
Yeah, money come, money go. That's the way it
gotta be. Never trip off a hoe, keep it playing what you mean.
Money come, money go, that's the way it gotta be. Never trip off a hoe, keep it playing what you mean. Yeah. Suck ass niggas.
My D's always look like O's on here, man.
Yeah. I've been locked in on the vision. This shit for the team.
Shit for the team.
I get my love from a distance. Niggas switched up on me.
Switched up on me.
Never tripping, I just keep it going. Jiggy nigga, but I've been knowing. Couple bitches trying to get flown in. Feel like Curry, I'ma keep scoring. This ain't the time to play. Shit, I'ma find a way. Go through my messages, shorties be tripping. Sometimes I need my space. Back on my pimpin'. These playing nice, always get me right. Nigga, back to the business. Give you game if you need advice. I look out for my niggas. Never fold, don't believe the hype. That's why we in this. The ground is relentless. Yeah, stand tall and embrace the pressure. Keep it focused, get your shit together.
Dude, that's illegible, and I'm really sorry about it.
Play nice so we get better.
Playing nice is playing nice. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that was "Playing Nice" by my guy Casso. One of my favorite songs, one of my favorite projects. Just a vibe for real. I tweeted it. It's the link. I mean, the link is in my last tweet. But if not, you can find him at CA$O. And if you like that song, which you do, because it's a great song, and you're not a fool. So if you like that song, he will be dropping on Friday. A little 4 or 5 song EP, up to something, you feel me? Because he truly has been up to something, and there's more on the way. So make sure you tap in, be on the lookout for that. That's on my story, whatever, all that stuff. And here we are for episode 13 of, oh wait, no. I tried an intro, right? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 13 of Don't Watch This. I'm your host, Sean Geddes, and I would like to thank you for your rebellious ways. Because of the title. I don't know if the because of the title explanation part is part of the intro, you feel me? I don't know, but I said we were going to have an intro to the show. We went about 9-10 episodes without one. Yeah, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you being here, Zen. Yeah, we went about 9-10 episodes without an intro. Been workshopping that one. I kind of like it, though, you know? Thank you for your rebellious ways. Don't watch this. Aha. Knee slapper. But yeah, no. Welcome to Don't Watch This. It's been about a week since I did a show, which is pretty disgusting and despicable. And honestly, had that not been the case, definitely wouldn't have been a show today. Did not want to get on camera. Wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling myself today. Wasn't a great day. Started off as a really bad day. I was just in a bad mood. I was in a dark place. I was in a dark spot. And I was like, you know what? And the crazy thing about it, and that's topic one. Topic one is dark days. I said I was going to do a better job writing these topics on the board, and I have failed. This looks terrible. That looks like it says Dak days. I don't even know. Or dork days. I have no idea. This says suicide prevention, and this says being present. You can't really read any of that, but I apologize. It will get better. But yeah, dark days. Having bad days. That part of like doing the show and making the clips of the show and things like that. And I feel like this show is my biggest source of accountability, like on a personal level, on a day-to-day kind of thing. Because I have to, I say these things. I say them on camera. And so I say them to other people. I also say them to myself. That's the majority of what this show is, which is kind of why the title is Don't Watch This. I am really just talking to myself. And if people jump in on Twitch and join the conversation, then thank God. But yeah, so like when I have a bad day, when I'm feeling down, like that's all I hear. Like it's just a lot of pressure. It's just, it's like, beat your bad days. Happiness is a choice. All those other things that I'd be saying about like, staying out of that feeling and staying out of those emotions and not letting your emotions overtake you. And so in moments where it feels like I'm being overtaken by emotions, it's a lot of pressure. And, I bounced back from that. I was like, okay, cool, let's do, like I said, happiness is a choice. I was laying down. I laid down. I didn't feel well. And then I was just like, let me get up and like start doing something, like, put my energy to something, whatever, distract myself, whatever you want to call it, whatever it may be. And I started doing that and I started to feel a little bit better and I got into a bit of a groove and I was like, okay, this is cool. Like, still a little down, but we on the way up. And then I got a phone call and I got some terrible news. For full disclosure, I guess, whatever, something went wrong with my car a little while ago and I haven't had a car for a minute and it's been really frustrating and, it's been kind of debilitating. I've been riding my bike to Publix. It's disgusting. I really hate it. So my uncle's fixing it for me. I bought the parts, sent the money for the parts I needed, whatever. He was like, if we do this, then, it should fix it. And if it doesn't, then we'll have a bigger problem and then it'll cost a little more and blah, 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 blah. And so, this whole time I've just been praying like, hey, man, hopefully it's just that and I can get my car back and be like good to go. I feel like that'll at least help me feel better. I'll at least be able to, do whatever, like simple things, and so once, like, I started off with a bad day. Sorry about that. Appreciate you, bro. Sorry. I started off with a bad day, started feeling a little bit better, and then he called me, and he was like, yeah, I got the bad news that, hey, like, that worst case scenario is the scenario. And so now it's like, wow, like, I was trying to feel better, but now I just got the information that not only am I not getting my car back, it's going to cost me, like, another stack or more to fix this. And it's just, like, in that moment, it was just like, yo, like, I wanted to scream, bro. Like, I really wanted to be able to, like, have a void. Or, like, there was an episode of SpongeBob where there was a bubble passing by, and I think Squidward put the bubble over his head and just screamed at the top of his lungs. And, like, that's what I felt like I needed. Like, I felt like I really needed a void to scream into. Like, I almost screamed in my room, honestly. But, like, the scream that I desired, the scream that I felt like I needed, I felt like it would have worried my neighbors. Like, I really was going to shriek. Like, that's how I felt in that moment. And so then I tried to climb out of the darkness or whatever that I was feeling and kind of got like kicked back down into it like, this is Sparta. But, being able to bounce back from that, I feel like, because at that point I had a choice. Once again, everything comes down to a choice still, no matter what. And so, I went to the gym. I knew that I hadn't done this show in a week. First of all, I'm back in the gym. I'm going to have about that. I'll get to that in a second. But I knew that I hadn't done this show in a week. So I was like, okay, like the show has to get done. And I also know that like, some of my lowest moments or whatever, or like days like that, or sometimes I just process my emotions better. I feel like this is really me venting, to be honest. Like, it is what it is. Do you know what the problem is? W300 analogy. You know the vibes. The problem, so I thought it was like a timing belt or whatever. I was hoping it was a timing belt. So I, got the parts for that, whatever. Wasn't that, so now it's like head gaskets got to be removed and replaced and blah blah blah, and a bunch of just a lot has to happen. It's very frustrating. But yeah, like I feel like I was able to overcome that. Like I made the decision to get up and go to the gym and get that out. Like I feel like that physical exertion or whatever, just being able to put my energy into that. It was leg day, you feel me? Leg day legend. And I feel like that helped a lot, being able to like focus my energy on that, and then being able to come here and do the show. Even as the show started, like I kind of started the show with a smile. I have more energy than I've had all day right now. Like I'm honestly surprised I'm speaking this way. I have more energy than I've had all day. I feel better than I felt. And had I not done that, had I not gone to the gym, had I not done the show, I probably would have been here in my room in the dark, laying down, sad. And that's not productive, So I felt that. It was like, okay, I was down. I tried to pull myself up. I got kicked back down. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just turn my brain off for a little bit. So I just took a nap. I was like, I can't do this right now. I took a nap, woke up from the nap, feeling even more tired than I felt before I went to sleep. But, you know, we were able to bounce back. And so it's really about, you know, life is a very low percentage. I've said that on here before. I don't know what the percentage is. I think people make up different percentages, whatever it may be. But let's say, you know, 10% what happens to you, 20% what happens to you, and 90% or 80% how you respond to it. And truly, it really is. It really is. I mean, so I said before, like, don't let your bad days beat you. You can't. Like, this bad day really tried to kick my ass, bro. And it had me. It had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie. And it had me in the third quarter, too. But, like, it's not over. Right now, it's 10:53 p.m. Yeah, what's going on, Breeze? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Right now, it's 10:53 p.m. You know, I had a shitty day. But I'm still here. Still doing the show. You feel me? And, you know, I just... In those moments, once again, I feel like I repeat myself a lot on here. But whatever. We go through the same things over and over again. Life is a cycle. But, I feel like, you know, in those moments, I'm really appreciative of certain things. Like, just even being in my... Sitting here and having this t-shirt on, you feel me? That means a lot to me. Being able to do this show, being able to have people watch it, whether it's here or on Instagram, or if you're watching on Instagram, thank you. I can't see the comments, I'm sorry. You know, I love my room. It's like my sanctuary. Like, you know, I have a lot to be thankful for at the end of the day, even in my worst moments. You feel me? Like, when my uncle told me on the phone, like, I almost low-key, like, lost it a little bit. Like, I almost broke down. Like, I had that moment where I was like, bro, like, I can't do this. I can't keep doing this. You know, and he was saying to me, and he was like, you know, a lot of people going through a lot worse. And that's not something anybody ever wants to hear. You know, he's like, there's some people who don't have anywhere to lay their head and blah, blah, blah. And while that may be true, bro, like, I would like my car back. So, you know, it doesn't necessarily help, but, like, it is still true. And, you know, I wrote a song one time when I went to volunteer, helping out homeless people. And I got to, like, understand some of their stories. And I came home and I made a song. It's on SoundCloud. It was back when I was making songs in the closet on iPhone, Apple headphones. Really bad quality. But I was writing my ass off, and it was over the Tears of Joy beat by Ross. It was really good. But it was called It Could Be Worse, you know? And it's just like, you know, like, no matter what your situation is, it could be worse. Like, I almost want to say the song. What is it? I know it feels terrible at first, man. And whatever you're going through, it hurts, man. But I guarantee it could be worse, man. Far less than perfect, but it's worth it. It could be worse, kid. I promise. It could be worse. It really could. Okay, here we go. It could be worse, but man, I got it good. Unsatisfied with my own life, chasing Hollywood. But at least I gotta sleep outside nobody's hood, or live off one meal a day to keep my body good. One more in my pocket, one more in my wallet, but ain't gotta snatch a pocketbook. I promise you, it could be worse. It could be worse, kid. You hate your job and everybody that you work with. Your situation's less than perfect, but there's plenty that would kill to work your worst shift. At least you have a job, man. Plenty out here searching. Bring yourself down to the surface. Bring yourself down to the surface. Rearrange your point of view like a surgeon. No matter how bad it gets, just know it could be worse, man. It could be worse, blah, blah, blah. Feels like I'm wasting time just recording myself. The people without a voice had the stories to tell. Walk a mile in their shoes, you couldn't squeeze your feet in them. You try to run the streets, they sleep in them. You don't get it. Let me show you. Would you let a block so much if you ain't have a home to go to? It ain't a game, man. It's real life. Living good don't even feel right. They getting hit by cars, can't even heal right. I'm in my bed. They out here in the field at night. Life ain't fair. You gotta play the card she deals. Life ain't fair. You gotta play the card she deals. I'm hungry, scheming for a meal. They starving, scheming for a meal. It's really crazy, man. Life's tough. Sure, some are strung out, but most got tied up. Dude told me stay in school because you don't want to be in these lines, bruh. Damn, that was deep, homie. I was speechless because it spoke to me. I don't even know what broke is. It's a whole different scale. We just some broke kids. I don't really know what broke is. It's a whole different scale. We just some broke kids. Something. They bent but never broken. Damn it. Stay solid. You know the vibes. Welcome to the show. You doing better than Fournier trying to guard Luka today. That's hilarious. Fournier trying to guard anybody. Fournier can't guard me. Yeah, damn it. Bring yourself down. No, hold on. I'm so mad I forgot that part. Told me stay in school because you don't want to be in these lines, bro. Damn, that was deep, homie. I was speechless because it spoke to me. I don't even know what broke is. It's a whole different scale. We just some broke kids. But man, these people so strong, man. Life beat them up. They're bent but never broken. When you can't crack a smile, it's homeless. When you can't crack a smile, it's homeless people cracking jokes. Whatever you've gone through, guarantee they've been through more. So please, just focus on this lesson. Maybe open your perspective. Yeah, I know it gets depressing. I know that you've been stressing, but just focus on your blessings. Your situation is beautiful. Even tragedy is art. Wanted to tell some of their stories, but I know where to start. I'm worried about my phone dying. He's got a battery for a heart. I'm worried about my phone dying. He's got a battery for a heart. Oh my goodness, I like that next line too. Focus on your blessings. Your situation is beautiful. Even tragedy is art. Wanted to tell some of their stories, but they know where to start. I'm worried about my phone dying. He's got a battery for a heart. Surgery kept him out for some months. When he came back, his girl took the house and the son. So how can I be feeling pressure when he just lost it all and still keeps it together? It's beautiful how they remain on both feet. How could you be so down in your luck and so upbeat? He said, I'm alive, right? As long as I'm breathing, there must be a reason. That changed my outlook as soon as he spoke it. Then I asked the same question to a homeless poet. He said, life's too short to dwell upon your sorrows. Stressing about today will make you miss tomorrow. World code is February. The modern day Langston Hughes sleeps behind a cemetery. And he asked if I could tell a story. And if he can keep a, so he asked if I could tell a story. And if he can keep a smile on his face, how can I have a worry? And that is, it could be worse. And that's why it's called Don't Watch This, because I randomly blurred out song lyrics from, what was that, 2015, that I don't really remember, so I kind of struggled through them. But the point is, it truly could be worse. And that's not something you want to hear in moments where you're feeling down, moments where, you know, like, you don't want to hear the happiness of the choice. You don't want to hear it could be worse. Honestly, it could be worse is not really helpful advice. But it is true no matter what. And so even though it may not be what you want to hear, or it may not be the most helpful thing to hear at a time, it is the truth, and it's an important thing to remember in your low moments. And so in my low moments, I just count my blessings, bro. I really do, because it could be worse. It could be so much worse. I have so much to be thankful for at all times. And if I don't remember that, and if I don't remind myself of that, I'm going to be overcome by my bad days. You feel me? Like, don't let your bad days beat you, because they will call their friends. And if you show up for yourself on your worst days, it'll be easier to beat them. Like, you'll never be alone for real. Like, if you're able to show up for yourself on your worst day, like, you know, today was one of my worst days that I've had in a minute. And I was able to show up for myself. And I was able to make a decision to go to the gym. I was able to make a decision to get on here and do this show. And, you know, if I don't do that, I'd have been getting my ass kicked right now by my bad day. And so now, after this after this show, you know, it's 11 o'clock now. After the show's over, I'm going to chill. I'll probably watch a show or whatever, and the day will be over. And I'll have made it through, and I'll be feeling okay. Like, I won't be as down in the dumps as I was at one point. And that'll mean that my bad day didn't beat me. And so, you know, that's really important, man. It's really important to just make sure that you manage what you can. You know, life is tough. Life throws a lot of curveballs at you. Life throws a lot of tough moments at you. It's tough to get through some of the moments, but you know, you've got to be there for yourself. You got to be there for yourself, or you're gonna get jumped. The next topic is suicide prevention. September is Suicide Prevention Month, and so, you know, like, just one, check on yourself. You feel me? You know, evaluate how you're feeling at all times. Be open about it. And, you know, like, suicidal ideations, things like that, they're not as uncommon as we wish they were. And so whether it's you, whether it's a loved one, whatever it may be, just try to spread love to people, man. Try to check on people. I know, you know, check on your friends is, like, very cliche. Excuse me. And we all have our own individual lives. We all have things going on. We all have our own problems we worry about. And we all have, like, a bunch of different friends. It's hard to, like, you know, if you got different friend groups or different people, it's hard to just check on everybody all the time. But, you know, just, like, make sure to be cognizant. You know, make sure to reach out. At least let people know you're there for them. You feel me? I think that's a really important thing. I think that sometimes people feel so alone that, you know, it kind of runs away with it. And like I said, like, when your bad days beat you, they jump you. They call their friends in and they start to jump you. And so if you don't show up for yourself, it becomes tough. And once you don't show up for yourself once, now you're just getting jumped. And imagine you're getting jumped by your bad days or whatever, and then they just keep calling their friends in, but no help is coming. You know, so just try to be that help for somebody that may not be able to help themselves in that moment. And, you know, for yourself, try to be that help for yourself as well. And, you know, it's a tough thing. It's a triggering topic, you know, and a lot of people deal with it, have dealt with it. I personally have dealt with it. Like, I've dealt with those feelings. I've said it on here before, like, I once didn't want to be here. I once viewed days as obstacles instead of opportunities. And that's really a terrible feeling. It's a terrible place to be in. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And so I try to, through Impossible, through whatever it is, through, like just reaching out if I see somebody tweet something a little down, or, if I notice a pattern through somebody's IG stories or whatever it may be, it may not even be somebody I'm super close to, but just, check on people. Let somebody know you're there for them. Give somebody a kind word, even if you're not checking on them. Like, just, even if you give somebody a kind word, just, hey, thought about you today, whatever it may be. You don't know how far that can go for somebody. You don't know what that can do for somebody. I have a friend, Maya Madden. I normally don't name drop, but I feel like this is like a good name drop. But she doesn't even know, to be honest, probably. But like to this day, bro, like in one of my lowest, darkest moments, bro, where I did not want to be here, and she talked me through that moment, and like I'm gonna remember that forever. I'm gonna appreciate that forever. And it may have been 15, 20, 30 minutes of her life, whatever. It may not be that significant. I'm sure she doesn't think about it on a daily basis, but like that really made a difference. I mean, who knows what would have happened? Like, that's not saying I would have done anything or whatever, but just having somebody be there in that moment, and you don't know what kind of impact you can have on somebody after your life continues to go on. Like a simple check, a simple reach out or whatever can go a long way for a person. And so just try to be that person when you can. It's not easy. I feel like sometimes people do the check on your friends thing whenever something happens to somebody, and they're like, oh, yeah, like check on your people, blah, 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 you guys don't, and they always do it in like a kind of like chastising way, like, oh, you guys don't, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, look, we understand, we get caught up in our own lives. A lot of people don't check on themselves. Like a lot of us don't check on ourselves and like do evaluations of how we feel inside personally. So like, holding people to the expectation of checking on other people and kind of chastising them for not doing so, I feel like it's unproductive. But always, like, check on yourself first and foremost. Be aware and cognizant of how you feel first and foremost, so that you can have that place to be, like, pour into yourself so that you can pour into others. Like, you can't pour from an empty cup. So, like, it really starts internally. Be aware of how you feel. Also, be vocal. Be vocal. It's not easy. It really isn't. Especially, I know a large part of it is feeling like a burden. I deal with those feelings to this day, to be honest. Like, and not suicidal feelings, but, like, the feeling of feeling like a burden. And so in those moments, that feeling is heightened so much. And it gets tougher to reach out to people. And that's why it's more important to reach out to people, just to be sure. Because people won't really ask you. People won't come to you in those moments. But also, before you get to those moments, or if you are in those moments, like, try to be vocal. Try to reach out to somebody. Try to go to somebody you trust. Try to go to somebody you love. Try to go to somebody who loves you, cares for you. And just, just hearing things from somebody else. And also, I'm a firm believer, and this doesn't necessarily tie into this fully, like this isn't exclusive to the situation, but I'm a firm believer that you can't hold people responsible for what you didn't say. So like if I don't tell you, as my friend or whatever, and not that you would hold people responsible or whatever, but I know that your friends want to be there for you, but if they don't know they have to be there, you feel me? Like if you're drowning under the water and you don't splash around or anything, like, people who are near the water but not in the water won't know. You're just going to drown silently. Kick, scream, do what you got to do. Like, try to save yourself, try to have somebody come save you. But yeah, like, there was a really sad story. Rest in peace to Raven, on the timeline recently. And I know that could have been triggering for a lot of people. And, for it to happen during Suicide Prevention Month, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people's struggles are. And that's another reason to just lead with kindness. There's a lot of misery in the world. There's a lot of hate in the world. There's a lot of people who are just rude and mean. And you don't know. The same way that somebody's positivity can have a long-term effect on you, all for 15 minutes of their life, your negativity can have a long-term effect on somebody. You can say something to somebody and you keep moving with your day and move on, but that sticks with them forever. And like, is that what you want to put into the world? I don't think so. I would hope not. And so I think it's just important to be mindful of that, to be cognizant of that, and, to do your best to be your best. And number 3 is being present. And so I think that just ties into everything that we've talked about today for real. I think I just didn't know what to put for a third topic. But yeah, being present, it's important, showing up for yourself, showing up for others, and you have to show up for yourself to have the ability to show up for others. And, and also be in the moment. I feel like some of my frustration and a lot, like, while I was feeling bad earlier in the day, it's like, I have moments, there's ways that I want things to be going. There's things that are on the horizon for me that are, like, fantastic opportunities, like, they're wonderful. I'm really excited about them, but they're not here yet. And so sometimes I get more frustrated with today because of what I know tomorrow can be, and I really want tomorrow to be here, and I'm, just kind of like, maybe it's a lack of patience. I don't know, like, whatever it may be, but looking too far ahead is just gonna make you feel worse about what's going on right now. So live in the moment, live in the right now, live in your reality, be present, show up for yourself, show up for others, and be consistent with that. You feel that about looking ahead? It's tough, bro. It's tough. It's so tough. It's so tough, man. Like when I'm having a bad day and I go through certain things, just like, bro, like I should not have to be going through this. Like, I know it's on the way. I know it's coming. But like, you don't get to what's coming if you're not where you're at. So you got to be where you're at. 10 toes, you feel me? 10 toes because time heals. I thought of that while I was riding my bike back from the gym today. I don't know. I'll work it in. It'll be better. But, be 10 toes because time heals. So if you're present in the moment, you're going to make it to where you're going to. And you're going to get there, and then you get to be present in that moment, and you get to live in that moment. But trying to skip ahead to that moment or measuring today against tomorrow isn't going to do anything for you. It's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to do anything conducive toward. It's not going to do anything conducive to healthy habits or you feeling well. It's just going to stress you out. It's going to frustrate you, and it's going to feel like you're constantly chasing something because it'll always be tomorrow. Tomorrow will always be tomorrow. Today will always be today. Yesterday will always be yesterday. You can never make tomorrow today at all. Like if you're looking ahead to tomorrow, you're never gonna be able to appreciate today. And like the dude said at the homeless shelter, or not the homeless shelter, but like the dude said, life's too short to dwell upon your sorrows. Stressing about today will make you miss tomorrow. World cold is February. The modern day Langston Hughes sleeps behind a cemetery. So he asked if I could tell his story. And if he could keep a smile on his face, how can I avoid? I was spitting, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like the music is coming. I don't know when it's coming. It's coming. I told myself I was gonna drop the RJ Barrett song by the time the season started. That's like a month from now, low key. So I gotta get on that. But I've been spitting for quite some time. It wasn't always quality. I didn't know how to rap. I didn't record well or But this pen of mine, bro. So it's coming soon. It's coming soon. And when it does, I'll be present in that moment. And it'll be here, and I shouldn't stress about that either. I shouldn't, worry about when it's gonna get there. I feel like, bro, facts on God. Put that on the back of your hoodies. Wait, put one on the back of my hoodies. Let me know, cause that's. Listen, I need to market whatever I can. Hey, Impossible T-shirts, 2 for $45. You feel me? In honor of Suicide Prevention Month, 2 for $45. Go over to the website. Also, positive thinking caps. You feel me? Like, oh, watch this, man. Today is tough. I really don't believe in myself. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to be able to make it to. I'm just really stressed out. And, I wish that I could get to where I want to go to, and I wish that my days can get better and brighter. You know what? Life is great. I'm very capable. I'm possible. I can do anything, and the world is mine. The world is at my feet. Opportunity is at my feet, and I flow through it and to it. See? Positive thinking cap. Look at that. Look at what that did. Look at what that did. I can do anything. I can do anything. That's all it takes. Get you a positive thinking cap, man. You never know. The 10 tokens time heals. Hey, salute. I was hoping I was going to go over. Salute, Breeze. Thank you. Yeah, man. Stay 10 toes. Time heals. You'll get through it. You'll make it through. You just got to allow yourself to. And you got to have faith in yourself to do so. Like you like what you focus on becomes real. Like what you chase, you attract. Like I don't know, like all those things. Like you gotta really create your reality and what you want it to be, and trust that. But on that note, I really think that might be it. I don't be knowing, like on this show, I be wanting to talk about like House of the Dragon and I be wanting to talk about shows, but it's like, am I gonna be that guy who spoils it for people? If I don't want to do that. Like if somebody's watching a show and they haven't watched the last episode yet, and then it's just like, boom, I start talking about it. I just give a spoiler or something, and it's like, oh no, like I haven't seen it yet. So I don't know. Maybe I'll wait till the end of the season and do like a season review. That's probably how it'll go. Oh my goodness, what a burp. That was terrible. But on that note, yeah, I mean, I normally like when's the last time I freestyle out of here? If anybody can give me a word, I'll freestyle out of here. I haven't freestyled in a minute, so it might not be that good. But you know what? Matter of fact, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I can't put these hats on my head. It makes me really sad. It makes me really sad. If you know somebody out there with locks, I be seeing people with locks, that like wear hats, and I'm just like, yo, teach me your ways, bro, because like there is nothing, like I know I got a big head, but like bro, like there's nothing I can do about my hair, like no matter what. It's ridiculous. My hair is mad thick, and I cannot put a hat on. That's why I dropped truckers, because I thought I'd be able to put a trucker hat on. No, sir. No can do. But either way, it makes me feel positive. The word is landing. All right, bet. Let's see. Lights on me. I ain't got no standings. No. Lights, camera, action is never a stand-in. Focused on winning. I'm checking the standings. Nah, I didn't like where I was going. Okay. Turn a freestyle to a clever anthem. This a thriller cause I'm never landing. Fly as hell. And if I write this well, try it out because I might excel. That's a Microsoft line like Wayne did. That Vista, I won't explain it cause I gotta focus on the lane switch. Lane switch in the same shift. Like working and shit, working a double. I'm working for trouble. Working a double. I'm working for trouble. I got the plays like I'm lurking the huddle. Man. My team won't stop. They argue but cannot rebuttal. Circle full of G's at the top like a Packers huddle. That's an old line. That Packers huddle. I don't remember the first part of that Packers huddle line, but that's one of my better lines ever. I don't know where it is. I don't know where that's from. I have no idea. I've never used that verse for anything. That freestyle's over. It was trash. I have plenty of lines that I've never used. Plenty of verses I've never used. Like circle full of G's at the top like a Packers huddle, bro. I'm gonna reuse that. I'm gonna put that back in somewhere. I don't know where, but like wow. Like when I came up with that line, I was like, bro, like you're him for real. And that's all it takes, man. Just a little bit of positive thinking, you feel me? And you just gotta believe in yourself. Because the alternative, like, what's the alternative to believing in yourself? Honestly, what is it? And so I feel like believe in yourself just because it's the best option. Like, I'd rather believe in myself than tell myself I can't do it. Because telling yourself you can't do it is gonna lead you where? You feel me? Like at the end of the day, believing in yourself doesn't cost you anything. Like, believe in yourself. Go for it. Go for it. Whatever it is you want to do, go for it. Like, go for it like it's fourth down. Go for it like the fourth crown. Like, go for it like, I don't know. I'm out of there. I have nothing. The next freestyle will be better. That was really bad. I'm really sorry. I feel like that was really disappointing. I just be bullshitting. Like, I want to freestyle well. I want to freestyle well like Make-A-Wish. I want to freestyle well like Make-A-Wish. I want to freestyle well, gotta make it switch. Gotta make it switch, I already lost the line. And I get lost in time. But my Apple Watch is off, it's dead. I just wanted my Apple Watch on. Now they call me Apple Watch Sean. Like Johnny Appleseed or Paul Bunyan cutting trees down. I ain't got shit here, so I should probably leave now. But like I said, cutting trees down, so leaves now. That's a double entendre. Whatever. That was terrible. I'm going to stop. I'm further embarrassing myself. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you. This is episode 13 of Don't Watch This. I'm your host, Sean Geddes, and I really appreciate your rebellious ways. I guess that intro can be used for a closeout too. Whatever. And, be on the lookout. I want to do this more consistently. It was disgusting. I didn't do it for a week. And once again, t-shirts, $2 for $45. Positive thinking caps on sale now. So head to impossibleop.com. Get yours. Follow on Twitch. Subscribe to the YouTube. Whatever it may be. Just going to try to move everything forward one day at a time. That 1% is really important. And, that's why you can't get too far ahead of yourself. You got to be present. You got to stay 10 toes down, time heals. Because, if you're focused on tomorrow, you're not going to get today's 1%. There's something to be taken from every day. Dear God, I pray for the consistency and discipline to convert what I want to do into what I've done. It's what I'm cut to do. I'm one of one. Can't get too comfortable. I've just begun. I've got so far to go, and I just pray that you lead me, so that I can show the world myself. So that I can show the world myself the way that you see me. I know that every day is a chance, so I'm just taking them freely. I simply cannot stress enough that I'm just thankful to be me. That's one of like 9 prayers that I pray every day. But yeah, every single day, bro. Take your opportunities. Love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Have an excellent night. And thank you for being here and for helping me like get through this, honestly, because I had a really, really bad day, bro, and I can't stress that enough. And the support you guys give, whether it's on here, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's like when I'm, whatever it is, whatever you've ever supported for anything I've done, if you bought a hat, a t-shirt, a hoodie, anything, like any support you've ever given me in any way, shape, or form, even if it's so much as a retweet, really means the world, and it's what keeps me going on my best days and my worst ones, truly. And I couldn't be more thankful, and I couldn't possibly express it more. Like, thank you guys so much, truly. Have a great night. I love y'all.